Hello and welcome to the Tank Club. After spending approximately 5 hours immersed in the Tarisland closed beta, I wanted to share my initial impressions of this exciting new MMORPG. From the moment I entered the game, I was struck by the familiar visuals, reminiscent of a graphically enhanced World of Warcraft, combined with elements from Final Fantasy, all integrated into the basic combat mechanics of Albion Online. It's remarkable this game will be available on mobile devices, considering the vastness in its immersive landscape. The game's initial stages were captivating, resembling a raid boss encounter as your first in-game action. You are promptly introduced to a plethora of mechanics, which I assume will be essential knowledge for navigating dungeons and raids as you progress further into the game. While the story was decently executed, with most major elements being voice acted, there is room for improvement. As the story progresses, the quality does diminish, with voice lines being abruptly cut off or sometimes completely deviating from the on-screen subtitles. Nevertheless, the story managed to hold my interest, striking a good balance by avoiding excessive lore and text-based content. The combat system boasts intriguing dynamics. Initially straightforward, it gradually becomes more intricate as you acquire talent points and unlock new abilities. However, the combat mechanics overall seem relatively basic, designed to accommodate mobile gameplay. You have access to 6 skills, 2 of which are long duration buffs, 1 is an area of an effect attack, and 1 requires building up by using 2 spammable skills. Your basic rotation is to activate all your abilities and then just use your 2 spammable skills. Additionally, you have the option to choose between 2 different skill setups. In my case, I opted to be a barbarian fighter, which allowed me to switch between melee damage and tank roles. Upgrading skills requires silver, but the leveling process applies to both sets of skills, enabling seamless role switching and equal talent point gain for both skill sets. This feature is particularly advantageous for support players who can choose support skills for group content, which they can level up them, and then easily switch to a damage focused setup for solo quests, and those skills will also be leveled up. The in-game content bears a striking resemblance to World of Warcraft in many ways. I had the opportunity to explore several dungeons, including the elite versions, which provided enjoyable and reasonable challenging experiences, featuring a variety of interesting mechanics. I plan to test out the raids to gauge their quality as well in the next couple of days. Initially, it was helpful to have the NPC voice guiding players through the mechanics, constantly telling us to dodge, even though I don't believe there is a dodge button or way of actually physically dodging attacks, but over time, it became somewhat repetitive once you had a grasp of the mechanics.
Heal up in time. Heal up in time. Dodge.
One aspect that gave me pause was the relatively small size of the game map and the rapid leveling experience in the early stages. This raises the question of whether Tarisland can provide long-term engagement or if players will exhaust its content within a week. Nonetheless, my initial impressions are overwhelmingly positive. I had initially held low expectations, anticipating a poorly executed WoW clone, but I have been pleasantly surprised by the game's enjoyable nature and its impressive level of development, especially considering its reported 3-year development timeline. However, unless the developers plan to introduce substantial additional content before its official launch, or commit to frequent content updates, I remain uncertain about the game's long-term prospects. I will continue to delve into Tarisland and provide a comprehensive review at the end of the beta phase. Until then, I extend my gratitude to our patron supporters and my appreciation to all of you for watching. See you next time, and bye-bye for now.